clouds in the night sky, we already high. Coming to you, live and direct in the rays of moonlight, already higher than high. We came to shine, you see us here, we can't deny. What's from the sun gonna shine like it never dim another light. Hey, when it seems dark, the eyes just ain't open all the way. Hey, if it's a dark night, so you've already the light way. You're onto you, you can only go upways. Whoa. From the clouds in the night sky, we already high. Coming to you live and direct in the rays of moonlight, already higher than high. We can't shine, you see us here, we can't deny. What's from the sun gonna shine like it never dim another light. Hey, when it seems dark, the eyes just ain't open all the way. Hey, if it's a dark night of the soul, you've already the light way. You're onto you, you can only go upways. Whoa. You're onto you, you can only go upways. Whoa. You're onto you, you can only go upways.
Sometimes we can know. You're onto you. You can only go upways.
Higher than high. Wait, higher than high. Wait, higher than high.
Whisper soft as the night breathes in, a gentle touch. Where dreams begin, the stars they wink. They're on the scheme, dancing in shadows beneath moonbeam. Oh, velvet dawn, where your glow resides. Wrap me in warmth, where love abides. We'll sway through the haze, no word to bind. Just hearts in sync, no clocks to mind. You whisper soft, plucked in sweet refrain, a tune of joy, shielding from the rain. The rhythm flows as the world unwinds, a melody rare as space and time finds. Hush, now the breeze hums a wooden flute, while rustling trees join the tender pursuit. Each snap and shake, it's a heartbeat's tease between the sway of the evening seas. Oh, velvet dawn, where your glow resides, wrap me in warmth where love abides. We'll sway through the haze, no word to bind, just hearts in sync, no clocks to mind. Your smile's a chord, plucked in sweet refrain, a tune of joy, shielding from the rain. The rhythm flows as the world unwinds, a melody rare, a space and time finds. A saxophone sighs like laughter spun. We're caught in the web of what's begun. No shadows here, just golden mist sealed with the warmth of a lover's kiss. And sweet refrain, a tune of joy, shielding from the rain. The rhythm flows as the world unwinds, a melody rare, a space and time finds. They say they're all that, but can't even step. Talk the biggest game, but ain't earned respect. Flashing all their toys like shiny roulette, but I'm not impressed, no, not quite yet. You want my attention, but what you doing for me? Those talk so entitled on my BEAT, curve like the swoosh on my NIKE. Try to keep up, but you'll never be me. Rolling up with words, but no real action. Chasing clouds like it's their only passion. They bark so loud, but they bite so slack. You just watch as I leave, their egos cracking. You want my attention, but what you doing for me? Those talk so entitled on my BEAT, curve like the swoosh on my NIKE. Try to keep up, but you'll never be me. Call me the vibe you can only just borrow. I'll blaze today and own your tomorrow. Say they fly, but they're hollow and stuck. Watch me take the bow and press my luck.
Four, three, two, and we are live. I know. I bet you're thinking it's Friday, Thursday. And we are live from Eat Denver, and I'm here with the most beautiful women. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just talking about their insides. I don't know if you see inside out like me. These are the most beautiful women on the planet. Here we are at the Ethereum Denver conference. No, it's not a beauty pageant. This is all about technology. You know, we're here for the blockchain technology. We're here to network and be with other builders. And I'm so proud to say I'm here with my friends and co-creators, builders. We've got Creatress. We've got Denise. We've got Jennifer Pepin. And just you wait until you hear what each of these ladies does. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. We'll go with longest time friends first. And that would be Creatress. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Creatress.
I'm honored. I love the way you roll. So longest time friend. Yes, me and Maxximillian go way back to 2021, around the time that I joined the Web3 space. So I'm an artist and I'm a collector, and I love crypto tech, blockchain technology. And so we met back in 2021. I've been in the space for a few years. And what I'm most known for is 3D sculpting in VR, and doing it at events like this, like Youth Denver, in real life performances, but also wearing a VR headset. It can get a little meta, so you have to check out a video or a photo. We'll make sure that we share one, but Yeah, I've been in the space, always been an artist my whole life, but in Web3 specifically about 4 years. And I'm a host of There's Layers to This, and yeah, just a person in the space that really believes in the artists more than anything. So thank you for having me.
My pleasure. And thank you so much for inviting me to join you in this wild circus that we're going to talk about a little bit later. The
Yes.
wild circus of eternal rhythms. And on that note, let me bring you to our next co-host and guest, Denise.
Hi, my name is Denise, and I've been in crypto and Web3 since 2022. My husband and I, we decided to venture into this together because we were starting to be content creators, more so in like Web2. And we were seeing the struggles that we were having to try to showcase our artwork, and we didn't have a lot of eyes on it. So we decided to venture into Web3 and crypto, and we found the right people, and we found a lot of amazing friends. And so I've been here since then, and been meeting incredible women, and yeah, I've been very, very influential and inspired by all of them. I feel like I am where I am today because of the women in my life, and seeing what you guys do here. I'm like, yeah, I love it.
Oh.
I am I'm an animator and a graphic designer, and also do event organizing as well. And so, yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Incredibly talented, and it's wonderful working with you, Denise. I love the way that you just show up with all of your amazing ideas. She made the most incredible artist cards. So
Yes.
we're going to talk about the performance in just a little while here, but one thing that's really important to know, just to help you contextualize, is that it's a collaborative. So there's Denise, there's Creatress, there's myself. I contributed just some small part to this particular performance. And there's also Ada, Denise's partner. And then there's also Clayjean, the trap violinist. And so Denise made these incredible artist cards. They're like collectible cards,
Oh, how
like
fun.
baseball cards, but artists.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Really sweet.
Yeah, and on the front is about the artist, and on the back is information about nouns, little nouns. So I was so impressed when I saw it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, it's me! It was like really exciting.
We
you
should
know,
have
to see
one.
yourself on a card.
How thoughtful.
Yeah, she is the most just wonderful person to work with. So I just wanted to say that. I gotta give you your flowers, Denise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Flowers.
Yes, and newest friends. Jennifer, will you introduce yourself?
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I love that this is happening right now in ETH Denver. My name is Jennifer Pepin. I am the co-founder and current president of One Love Art DAO, which is a collective of creatives and collectors in the Web3 space, and also actually outside of the Web3 space who are joining and onboarding. We're a international community. There's about 300 plus members. Happy to say that all the ladies at this table are also a member of One Love Art DAO. And what we work to do is to create spaces and environments that really help artists shine and get seen and have sales and connect with other people that'll help them along their path on their career. So there's that side of what I do. It's very fulfilling work. I recently became a gallerist to better aid in the work that we do at the DAO.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so if you ever are in the Miami area, Miami Beach specifically, there is a gallery inside of the Gates Hotel. There's 9 displays there that have art that's very intentionally curated. We just did, for example, Black History Month. The entire month, we showcased art that celebrated Black culture. Very soon we're going to be doing a exhibition that celebrates women for International Women's Day on March 8th. And so we've been doing a lot of that and plan on doing that probably for the entire year with the Gates, where we're very intentionally displaying and helping to promote and sell art for artists in the community. So there's that. And then aside from that, I am an artist myself. My artist name is SirenAi. I am the whisperer of AI, the prompting poet.
I didn't know you were SirenAi.
I am.
Prompting
That's my
poet. That's
name.
cute. I love that.
Yeah, and I have the good fortune actually of being one of the 19 artists that are on exhibition here at Ethereum Denver.
Woo, woo,
So if you
woo.
happen to be in the conference area, please go check it out at the art gallery. Oh, look at our friend PJ. Hi.
Hey, PJ.
That's
right.
That's awesome. And so the art is for sale. If you would like to place your bids, you can do so. I'll be making a post with the artwork and the link for where you can do that. And yeah, I'm also, I'm a mom, I'm a podcaster, I have I'm at a loss for words. I have a friend and a companion who I do podcasts with every Friday. And we spotlight artists. We spotlighted Creatress, for instance. We do it every Friday and have been doing it now for 2 years.
What time is your podcast on Fridays?
It's 12:30 Eastern, and it runs for 2 hours. And sometimes we do it with video. Sometimes it's just audio. But happy to report we've done 100 episodes. And all of those things are going to be evergreen, really capturing this moment in time. Where we're going to be able to look back, and look at some of like the artists who really literally shaped the landscape for digital art and Web3 blockchain tech. So that's, I wear many hats, but I have never been more fulfilled than being in this space, working hands-on with the arts and being able to connect with such wonderful people like all the people here at this table. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're so graceful about it all. Because I know it's not easy what you do,
No.
especially when you allow so many people to help.
Yeah.
And I know that's tough because you're dealing with so many different personalities. And I've seen the way that you're so generous with everyone. And you don't ever seem to be bothered by anyone. And I go, it's not possible because I'm annoying as hell.
Stop, but you're not.
Oh my God.
You're amazing.
And you don't ever seem to be bothered by
Seriously,
anyone. And I go, it's not
I'm
possible.
so proud of you.
When I came to Miami, I was
I'm
so blown
annoying
away
as
by
hell.
the quality of your event.
But you're not.
I mean, don't get me
You're
wrong,
good.
and you don't ever see anyone, and I go, it's not possible. Like, whatever you're going to do is going to be amazing.
I'm annoying
so
as hell.
quality, like,
Don't
I'm
get me
surprised
wrong.
it was so good. That's not what I mean. I go,
It's
I
not
expect it to be
possible.
amazing. Like, whatever you're going to do is going to be amazing.
I'm annoying
so
as hell.
quality is the next level in a way that I couldn't have anticipated.
No, that means everything.
Yeah, and your presence there, and so warm. And, a lot of times when the event organizer is present, they're not present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're so present. I got to see you and see you enjoying, your event.
Oh,
and
yeah. I love it.
and that is why I feel everyone around you is so passionate, because you are enjoying it and it's all over you and it's all over Carlos too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so please, I hope that all of us continue to make you keep feeling like you want to continue, because I feel like whenever you invest so deeply for so many other people, what you're receiving back, is important. And I hope that all of us are always, fulfilling that and keeping it going for you, because I sure appreciate what you do.
Thank you so
Agreed.
much.
Yeah, you're
100%.
welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Very,
you.
proud
very
of
much
you.
appreciated, Jenny.
Yeah. Well, don't let me leave myself out.
Oh, yeah.
please.
Maxximillian.
Yeah, I'm really excited this year, and I'm excited mostly about the collaborations. I feel like I've been trying unsuccessfully to collaborate for a long time, but what people don't tell you when you start out is how many collaborations don't work.
Yeah.
And so for myself, if anyone's like, oh, why are you gonna bring that up, Maxximillian? Because a lot of times if somebody doesn't normalize how special it is when something does work,
Yeah.
it's very easy to think there's something wrong with you when people leave your project or you're not able to complete it, or
How special it is when something does
amazing
work.
things. And so, I do what I call speaking in the shadows. Sometimes I speak in the shadows by highlighting something that is the opposite of what we love to see, right? And so, you've had so many great successes. I got to experience them, and I can only imagine the shadows that you suffered.
Oh, yes. The shadows are real.
Oh my gosh.
The disappointments are real.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
humbling is real.
Yeah, so, can we talk about this a little bit? Because I think each of us can speak to how do we, because like I know you're a mom, you share that, and I'm the only one who's not a mom at this table.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, I'm gonna put my school cap on and
You're
learn
so
something.
funny.
You're hilarious.
But how do you continue to motivate yourself when you're feeling maybe some kind of way on the most difficult days? When things are going well, people don't really need advice, okay?
Yeah.
Necessarily.
True.
But on those challenging days, or when something's gone wrong and it actually needs a handling, maybe, how do you emotionally get yourself to a place where you can do that work?
Yeah. Did you want to go first?
No, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Okay. I have a few different techniques that I've developed.
Please give us all of the techniques.
Yeah, so one is that I return to center through breath. I think breath is super important because I feel like when I get really worked up, my breathing pattern goes completely off. So I first attempt to do that, to try to bring myself off from the, sort of edge or that like higher ecstatic state where you're like not able to make the best decisions in that state. So I try to bring myself back down. And then also I go for walks. I'm such a like nature tree hugger type of person. And the reason I feel like that's been very beneficial is I didn't have that growing up. I lived in a concrete jungle. I lived in Queens, New York.
Oh.
So seeing a lot of like animals and birds and like actual expansive wildlife was not a real experience for me. And I'm very used to sort of being insulated and singular when I'm doing creating or when I'm working and doing these kinds of things. And so as an adult, especially when you're in the Web3 world and you're very sort of saturated with tech or with accomplishing the goals and accomplishing the missions, it's really hard for us to just take a moment and be like, wait a minute, let me go back out into nature and be present in nature for even 30 minutes, I find has been really helpful. So I'll just go for a nature walk. I have a particular tree friend. I go hug him, and I come back, and I sit at my desk, and I'm like, all right, how can I find a solution to the problem? And that's gonna look different for every sort of like challenge that comes up. Sometimes it's just revisiting the idea from a different lens. Sometimes it's realizing that I can't work with that particular person, and it's better to cut those losses at that moment, pivot, move on to the next thing. Or it's asking for help. And that's one that I have been really learning that lesson. Yeah, because when you run an artist collective of 300 and there's a Discord and there's 2 X chats and you have 3 open calls happening simultaneously, but you also have to do your own art, and then you also have the kids asking for, I need you, I'm mommy this, mommy that. You have to understand that you will burn out and just start delegating. And so we have begun that process in the DAO. I'm so excited about this, actually. Creatress is one of our board members.
Okay,
So-
congratulations.
Yeah, and we have set up an advisory committee, and I'm very much leaning into like, hey, I have this new thing that needs a graphic design on. Why am I going to spend 3 hours on Canva when I am not a graphic designer and break my head when I have people who are graphic designers, who are my friends who would be more than happy to do it? And so that's what I've been doing more of, and have found that it has really lightened the load for me. And there are days where I can't get it together. I can't reel it back in. A big disappointment, something falls through, and I just allow myself to be a human too. Like, I'll cry. I'll like sometimes go in my room and just like scream into the pillow or whatever, because I think fake positivity does absolutely nothing for us, and it's also counter-constructive. So I allow myself to feel the feelings, and sometimes even I'll say to myself, how can I use this? How can I transmute this? How can I use this as a catalyst for getting this shit done? Because this needs to be done, and there are people who are depending on me, and I'm not going to give up, because giving up is the only thing that actually equals a fail in my book. And I'm not going to do that, because not only are other people depending on me, I'm depending on
Yeah.
me. And I know that feeling when something finally gets executed all the way through. That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And I want that feeling
Yeah.
each time, and I'm not a quitter, and I'm
Yeah.
going to keep going for that until it gets done. And so that's what I would say to people who are building and go through all of those ups and downs and stuff like that, yeah.
I love that. Oh, that's so helpful.
Mama
Yes.
didn't raise no quitter.
No, we don't do that. We take breaks, but we don't quit. Or we say this is no longer serving me and pivot and go to the next thing that is aligned. That's it. Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for pivoting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I know you said taking breaks is not quitting. And just for myself, I will say, I think sometimes it's okay to quit too.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Sometimes. But who wants to take a crack at it next?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I mean, I would just agree with a lot of things Jenny said. Cry about it. For sure. I think that helps. I think growing up, I was very much like, I was like the oldest. For some reason, I kind of felt like I wasn't really like able to express fully because then everybody else would fall apart, you know, the little ones. And so now I'm leaning a lot more into like, if I feel like crying, just cry. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels so much better afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that a lot
I
of
don't
people
hear that
kinda-
advice very often. It's true.
I mean, maybe not if you're like on stage or like in the middle of
Sure.
a
I
talk.
love
you
this
know?
advice, though.
But like, if you're in a place where you can, just do it, and then you'll feel so much better afterwards, and you can think a little bit more clearly. It's almost like taking a nap, which is also something that I like to do to help
Oh.
reset. You know, eat, sleep, cry. I mean, I don't know.
That sounds like a book title.
Ooh.
I like that.
Live, love, laugh.
Yeah. So
Eat,
that,
sleep, cry.
there we go.
Eat, sleep, cry.
It's
In-
a t-shirt.
yes, that's a t-shirt right there. So those are my three things. I know we got a little a time check, so
Yeah, we got a 5-minute warning, yeah.
We'll leave it there. Eat, let yourself cry first if you need to cry, then eat, and then sleep. That's the proper order of operation, actually, because then when you wake up, you'll feel refreshed from your brain, you'll feel better because you cried, and you'll be like processing the food that you ate. So I just feel like that in itself, plus everything that Jenny said,
Yeah.
I
Denise.
highly agree with you ladies. Like hearing you guys and what you guys are saying, I'm like, oh my God, I do the very same things. And crying, like especially the crying part, because it can get frustrating. All the tasks that we have to do as parents at home, and then all the things that we're trying to do with our personal lives and then work. So I found that crying was an excellent release for all those negative emotions, so they don't affect my family. I feel like it's best to handle them within ourselves, because I don't like to release any of my chaos on them, and it's to keep them safe and myself safe, you know. And also, I've also learned like keeping expectations low.
I suck at that. I'm terrible at keeping
And
low
it-
expectations. I always expect too much from everyone, you included. So you better like, fucking subscribe,
comment.
or I will be crying and it'll be all your fault. No, I'm kidding.
I found that it helped me though, because when I did have high expectations of others, I found myself frustrated. And then it's like, why am I frustrated at this person when this is what they can give me?
Yeah.
And so I realized, you know what? Those expectations I was putting on them is expectations I actually hold of myself, and it wasn't fair to put that on other people.
Right.
So for me, it was another way to release, because my ideas, my ideologies are for myself, and I can't put that on others, you know?
Yeah.
And so that has helped. And honestly, when things don't go well, it's like, hey, it's okay. I wasn't expecting anything to come from it. And it helps me move on. But I do a lot of like little brain hacks to help me stay like in the zone, because as a creator, you're constantly learning, and it's a difficult road.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit on the eternal rhythms. I actually had no idea how to make HDRs. And so most of the time when I do projects or even people hire me for work, I don't know how to do the thing that they're hiring me for, but I know the bits and pieces of how to get it done. So I also just trust the process.
Yes.
Because every
Yeah,
single time
yeah.
I notice if I stress about it, nothing will get figured out. But if I just trust the process, that things will work themselves out, I'm always able to get whatever it is done. And so that has been very, very beneficial for me to like reshift our brain, because I feel like as creators, like reshifting our brain really helps get in the creative mode, you know, because creativity is just creative problem solving constantly.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I feel like as I embraced being an artist, because I feel like I was an artist my whole life but didn't want to give myself that title, as I've embraced it, I have found creative solutions to so many different things in my life that I don't know if I would have possibly thought of had I not been messing with my creativity in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the little things I wanted to share.
Thank you
you
so
ladies
much.
for sharing. I loved hearing what you guys had to say.
Thank you. I loved hearing what each of you had to say as well. Well, I'll share mine, and mine is I can best tell it in a story, and this will be the last story, and then I think we've got to vacate the premises. But here's mine. So how it actually happened was I had this artwork, and I was so excited for it to be exhibited in this very high-profile exhibition. I was very excited. And so imagine, I went to the website and I saw that my name was there, but the artwork that was there was not the artwork that was for sale. And the price was not right either. And I was just, for a moment, just devastated for a moment. And then I realized it was about expectation, right?
Yeah.
And somewhere was built in an expectation that mattered, right? And so in that moment, I said, oh, all I have to do, because I didn't like the way I felt. My heart rate was tick-a-tick, my breathing was, and I said, oh, I don't like the way this feels at all. And so all I said, okay, just become a person to whom this doesn't matter greatly. And that was very easy to do. I literally just imagined myself out of the tough emotions. And then I was able to just jot out a casual request to the person who was in charge and say, hey, somehow there was a miscommunication, but this artwork is actually not the one for sale. Oops, we better fix that. This is the one that's for sale, and this is the price. And the response was immediate, and it was friendly, and it was like no issue.
Yep.
Because it wasn't personal, and it just felt so good, and I felt like I was able to totally transcend my ego in that moment. Because ego, I know other people might say something, but I think that E stands for expectation. Yeah.
Oh, expectation, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So for me, I use my imagination, and I imagine my way out of however I'm feeling if I don't like the way that I feel. And then I do the final work of making the imagination a reality. So a little bit more wizardy, but still, that's what happens when you don't have kids. Is you have lots of time to come up with these things. But I want to thank each of you for joining me today. And this is Jennifer Pepin. My name is Maxximillian. This is Creatress, Denise. And you can find all of us by looking at the description in this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We are